So this afternoon, this is my hive. I've had to raise the hives probably a good foot to 18 inches, something like that, because we had a major flood. The river is 20 feet the other side of that fence, 20 feet the other side of the fence. It has never been up here, never. I moved here in 1998 and it is now 2023. It's never been up here this high. In fact, I'll show you how high it was up against the side of my shed. This is the old shed that's actually going to get torn out. It's kind of embarrassing because it's in really rough shape. That's the old shed. This is my little potato plot that's just temporary this year. This is the old shed, and the water was at least up to here, so it was just below my knee, basically. So everything was flooded. This was flooded out. This is getting torn down. There's nothing in it now except the lawn tractor. I have a brand new shed right here. I'll show you that. And the bees are going to be moving into this location on higher stands. As you can see at the entrance, there is activity, but I'll put a video up in the corner that shows you how bad the flooding was. It was bad enough that we had to come down here while it was flooded to raise the bees. My biggest concern is I have the queen excluders on. Now box 4, which is this one, the water was up here somewhere, and box 1, it was pretty much at the queen excluder. So that's when they were sat down on the base before. So I don't know what to expect. I'm going to start with hive 1 and we're going to see if we can find the queen. There's a chance she's in the top box. I don't really know because I didn't find her. She's a new queen, and if she's a new queen mated, she might still be skinny enough that she could get through the queen excluder. So that's my hope. Anyway, I've got the marker. I'm going to see if I can find her. If I can find her, I'm going to mark her. That was my plan the last inspection. I've been working crazy hours, so I haven't been able to do the inspections that I wanted to, and this was just devastating last Thursday, when I got home from work Thursday. So I am gonna move on over to the hives now. We'll do an inspection. I don't know how feisty the bees are going to be, since they were disturbed a lot and they did lose a lot of population to the flooding and brood. I know there's brood missing, because the brood would have died. I've seen bees physically taking dead larvae out of the hive, which is quite frankly heartbreaking because they work so hard. I don't even know where my hive tool is right now because I keep my hive tool here. I don't know where it is. Here it is, on the floor. Got dropped in the flood. I keep my hive tool here. It's always at the ready. It's stainless steel. I do need to get a couple of new ones. Okay, so this is it. This is the top box. Let's get some smoke in here. See what we can find. I'm expecting the worst, hoping for the best. I don't know. If there's mold in there, I don't know. It's been Friday. It is now... Sorry, this was Thursday night. Thursday night is when we raised them out of the water. It is now Monday afternoon. Let's see what we can see. I don't know if they're going to go crazy when I open the lid. Okay, so we do have bees. As I like to say, bees on the lid. So that's good. There is bees on the top board as well. Already killed one. That's not good. Now, like I said, I'm not sure where the queen is. She may be in the top box because I was trying to find the larvae. I put the queen excluder in mainly to see if I could figure out where the queen is, and I haven't actually seen her yet. And I did find brood in both levels, possible if she's small enough to get through the queen excluder. Okay, so there's still lots of bees there. It's glued on with bee glue. They seem pretty calm right now. Let's see how long they stay calm. Oh boy, I don't know. Don't know what to expect. I didn't get a chance to put Swiffer pads in last time. Oh my god. So there were beetles under here. I've been told you gotta crush that top because there's beetles under there, and it's true. I am definitely putting Swiffer pads in today. I'm going to crush these right now because I know they're under there. But basically they were in jail. That's what this is. If they're in jail, then at least they're not, well, hopefully not laying eggs and stuff, because that's not good. Okay, let's see where we are. I can't really remember where we were last inspection. It's been too long, and I am a little upset because of the flood. Very upset. Still nothing happening on this outside board. I seem to remember I replaced some of the boards because there was not a whole lot going on. What I would like to see is brood and eggs and larvae up here, honestly, because that would mean that she is up here, which would in turn mean that she didn't get drowned in the flood. I really don't know what to expect. I don't know if anyone else has experienced a hive that's been stuck underwater for any length of time. Not particularly fun. Just crushing a beetle. I'm hoping when I move these into more sunlight that there will be less of an issue with beetles. But there is nectar and nectar and honey on this frame, and that's a medium or shallow frame, just because it's all I had at the time. So let's see. So last year was a bad year for me because I only had one hive and I did lose it. Gotta be careful lifting these frames out because it's just too easy to crush bees when you're taking them out. So looking at this frame, if I see a beetle, I'm going to kill it. It's one beetle, that's a couple of beetles that I've seen. In this frame I'm seeing nectar and honey, and again honey, pollen. I'll put this back in. I'll use a little bit more smoke here, I think. I like picking them up from the middle because they tend to pick up straighter and you're less likely to crush bees, he says. So this is all nectar. We are now in the center of the hive, pretty much, and all I'm seeing is nectar. Now it looks like a couple of swarm cells. See if I can see daylight on there. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 queen cups here, but they're empty on the bottom of this frame. I'm going to bring you guys in because you're quite a distance away. Much more fun when you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so you're a little closer now. This frame, if this frame is all honey, then I'm going to quit looking in this box, I think, and I'm going to go to the next box down on the bottom, the brood box, which was underwater, unfortunately. So this, yeah, it's all honey and nectar, which is great, but I want to see some brood. I was hoping the queen might be up here, but she's not. No sign of the queen being up here at all. So this next frame is honey, and after that it's just not a lot of activity. It's some comb, but no pollen or anything. There's not much going on in these few frames here. These 4 frames, there's some honey there, a little bit of honey here. Nothing significant. Okay, so a little bit more smoke, I think. To get these guys to chill out. I'm sure they're upset with me because they've had a rough week. Very rough week. There's a beetle in there. So they are actually getting quite loud. I can hear a bit of a roar. Which is concerning, because you hear a roar when there's no queen in the hive. That's what I hear anyway. So the queen is not up here. Damn. I was hoping she would have. I was hoping she'd be up here. So this one is fanning his wings, spreading some pheromones. Okay. So I'm going to take this top box off. And we'll take a look in the bottom. Because my biggest concern is the queen. Second concern, mold. Again, I've never seen the queen in this box. I do have my marker pen and my catcher and everything, but I got a feeling I'm not going to see her. Now there are lots of bees in here, but as I learned last year, that doesn't mean anything if you haven't got a queen. So really, I need to see brood, and I don't think I'm gonna see brood. Not yet. I would be surprised, because just looking at the queen excluder, making sure the queen's not on the queen excluder. I don't see a queen on the queen excluder. Okay. Oh yeah. Now there is a lot of bees here, so the brood chamber would be here, but we don't know what condition she's in. So I'm going to take the second or the first. I'm going to take the first one off, which will just be nectar, if anything. Yeah, there is some nectar. Looks like new comb. There is nectar there. So even though this was underwater, you know, there's a dead larvae right there. I don't see any signs of mold. Like, I really don't know what to expect to see, to be honest. I know it's the bees' job to clean house and dry, get the temperature on the right and the humidity right. See, I'm seeing dead larvae here, or bees, dead bees. I know the bees will take care of that, just given time. But yeah, this was underwater, so I'm not seeing. Yeah. I don't think that this is good. I don't think this is good right now. Be interesting to see what's here. But water. You don't want water in your hive, guys. Saw a beetle, I tried to kill it. So yeah, the bees are going to have to take care of the dead ones. Okay, there's a beetle there. I got a lot of beetles in here, that's for sure. But the bees are after them. Do I need a new queen? That's the question. I can't believe that she would have survived, because I can't believe she survived, because this box was pretty much completely underwater. The bees would have all moved up and out of the way, but the queen, unless she was able to, unless she was small enough, she wouldn't have got out. Looking for signs of larvae or eggs. I see a pattern of open cells which is where you would like to see larvae. Halos of honey, but again, we're not into the brood chamber really yet, where the brood chamber would be, or the brood frames I should say. But it's getting super busy here. There's a lot of bees. A little bit of smoke. Oh, they're getting feisty. Come on guys, chill out. Get them to go down. Couple of guard bees after me. I did get stung when we lifted the hives up to get them out of the water. I did get stung. So what do we see here? Okay, I do see brood, but I don't know if they're alive or dead. There's a queen cup. Go and see if I can see in it, but the bees are in the way. I don't think that there is anything in there, but it's possible. So there's pollen, honey. Does appear to be a little bit of brood. I don't know. Maybe they're dead, maybe they're alive. The important thing is that we see a queen though. That's what I need to see. Or eggs. This is the best type of frame. It's black foundation. It's the best type of foundation to see eggs. Don't really see eggs, so this one's going back in. Okay guys, chill out. Come on guys. There's a lot of bees on these frames right here. So what do we see? I mean, there is brood there. There is brood on this frame, but this was underwater. Now the cappings for brood is not airtight. Is it watertight? I don't think so, but I don't know. Now I'm just giving it a quick scan for a queen. Looking for something different. I see bald brood. I do see bald brood. So I understand that's a sign of hygiene. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought that that's what that was. So it's when you see their faces and they're white in the cells, but they're not capped. I'm not really seeing anything jump out at me. Gonna look on this side now. Again, I do see brood, but I just don't know if it's viable or not. There is a lot of open cells. I'm not seeing eggs. And I think the next couple of frames, if there's no eggs, then I think it's pretty safe to say there's probably no queen. Because this is where the majority of the bees are, down here. And they usually, the majority of them would be there to cover the brood. Come on, get away. Feeling pretty down, to be honest. A little bit depressed. Well, very depressed. There is brood on this frame also, but again, I don't know if it's viable, because pretty sure it was underwater. The brood I'm seeing is towards the top of the frames, not so much the bottom. This is black foundation. I'm looking to see, can I see eggs? I don't see eggs. I have seen them in the past, so I'm very familiar with what they look like. 1 to 3 days old, they're standing straight up, and then they lay down, and then they curl around into a larvae, and then eventually they get capped, and then you get new bees. I'm not seeing her on this frame, but there is a ton of bees there. So I'm not seeing eggs or larvae. So if I'm not seeing eggs and larvae, I could potentially try to get a new queen, if there are any still around. My problem is now I'm working 7 days a week. That's the problem. I don't have any time to go get a queen, unless I send my kid to go get one. That's, when I say kid, he's in his 20s, but that's an option, because the queen will come in a small package, a small package, and then all he's got to do is bring it here. Ooh, come on. I don't know if he would feel happy about or confident to put it in the actual hive or not. So I honestly don't think that I have to worry about mold. I was concerned about mold, but I don't think that that is the issue here. The issue is that I'm not seeing eggs. A lot of waggling going on. Wouldn't it be just great if she would stand out to me right now? Look at all the bees. It would be nice if all the frames were covered like this. My gut feeling is that there is no queen in here. I think I'm correct in that assumption, to be honest. Come on. A lot of bees on this frame too. It's a very light frame. Oh my goodness. Beetle Haven. They are just awful. If you've had a problem with small hive beetles, you'll know what I'm coming from when I say you don't want those things in your hive. Like they haven't got enough to deal with right now, you know. I'm just crushing the beetles as I see them. Kind of wrecks the comb a little bit, but that's the least of my worries. I don't see any eggs or larvae on that frame either. This is the last frame that I'm going to pull out. This is literally the last frame, and I think I've already come to my conclusion that I don't think we have a queen. I think she did in fact drown. There is some emergency cells there. Well, I can only hope that there is eggs in those emergency cells, and maybe they were above the water, and maybe they can make a new queen. I think that that is perhaps what they're doing. Come on, guys. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Not a happy day. Not a happy week. Not a good week. I'll tell you what though, these bees are something else. They do look like they're trying to make themselves a new queen. So what they do is they find an egg in a cell, and then they build an emergency cup around that cell. So then it becomes a longer cell, which is what the queens can form in. Okay, so that is there. This is indeed raised higher than it used to be. I'm going to put this box on the top. Still pretty heavy. And I'm going to put the lid on. Come on guys, move. Okay. Well, Did not find the queen. Ooh, oh, that is heavy. Okay, so that is the first hive inspected. Didn't find the queen. I didn't find eggs. Didn't find larvae, but I did find a little bit of brood and some emergency cell cups. So my one hope is maybe they're trying to make an emergency queen. So I'm going to leave them to their own devices. There's still some summertime left for them to make a new queen. Not the best situation though. We are in August, toward the end of August. So they have September basically to get her born and mated, and yeah, it's not a good situation. I may end up trying to get one, but I'm working stupid hours right now. Maybe next weekend I will have some time. I'm going to do an inspection in hive 4 real quick, but I have no battery life left in the camera, so you're going to have to trust me that it wasn't good either. Take care, thanks for watching, bye now. I'm in the other hive and the queen is alive and well, right there, right above my hand. So all is not lost. There she is, right there, right above my finger. So I am super pumped that I at least have her. Back she goes. I can close this up now and be satisfied that I have one queen in one hive. So, hey! Everybody come home, the queen's in here. Hive number 4 has a queen. I'm so pumped.